What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Marcus Washington, man, and welcome to the pre-cook. I am going to try to keep this under 25 minutes. I am exhausted. I've been out all day, but I did want to get on here and touch base because I've heard some Tampa Bay fans talking reckless. Even some Saints fans about Tampa potentially winning this game. Now, I will say this. I think Tampa's going to fight. But if you think I'm going to believe that Tampa is going to beat us with their number one and their number two wide receiver out, Godwin is lost for the year. Why they still had Godwin in that game in the fourth quarter, I have no idea. And Todd Bowles talked about, we were trying to win a game. Bro, y'all were, after the third quarter, y'all were not winning that game. Y'all got 21 points. They were trash points. Y'all got 21 points and still lost by 11. Or lost by 10. Y'all scored 21 points in the fourth and lost by 10. And you still had Godwin in there. Then Mike Evans is out with a hammy. My thing is, with all due respect, if y'all could not beat us healthy, what the hell makes you think you're going to beat us without Evans and without Godwin? Just realistically. That's like me telling y'all, we would beat y'all without Bijan and Tyler Algier. That isn't even realistic. Any given Sunday, could something happen? Sure. But 2 out of the last 3 games, y'all have given up 500 total yards. That was to us, and that was to the Ravens. We actually put up more yards on y'all than the Ravens did. And the Ravens blew y'all out. That's because our defense is trash. And this needs to be a get-right game for us. This needs to be a get-right game. Because we had no business looking the way that we did in Seattle. Our team should be pissed coming out there tomorrow. Now, do I expect this defense to be any better? No. I've told y'all, man, I've pretty much clocked out on the defense. It hurts me to watch it. And some people say, hey, Mark, listen, it isn't the coordinator, it's the coaches. My response to that is, if Ulbrich was the defensive coordinator, do you think this defense would be this bad? If your answer is no, it's the coordinator. How do you add pieces and get worse on that side of the ball? It's the coordinator. So I expect, even with Godwin and Mike Evans, I expect this defense to give up a lot of draws. My thing is, can the offense bail them out? That's the only way I see Tampa winning. The team has to come out flat like they did again, like they did with Seattle. But with everything that's on the line, you can take a stranglehold on the NFC South with this win. And if you want to get to the playoffs, these are the games. These are the games you have to have. On the road, tough environment, with a tough and scrappy team. Tampa ain't going to lay down. They ain't the Saints. The Saints laying down this year. Carolina's, they laid down before the season started, but I mean, could you blame them? They were in the rebuild before the first game even started. Tampa's not going to lay down. I think it's the obvious. I think they're going to fight even harder. knowing that they're down two of their best players. So it's, can Atlanta make a statement with putting a team out of their misery when they're wounded? Atlanta, for all intents and purposes, should win this game. And I've heard people say, well, man, you know what? I just see this being a trap game, man. I got Tampa in this thing. You know how tough the NFC South is, man. I got Tampa. Wink, wink, because they don't like us. And I'm like, how the hell could you have Tampa? I saw Evans go down, and I'm like, okay, that's an L. Then I saw Godwin go down. Now, mind you, fam, Mike Evans is a top 10 wide receiver. Godwin, about top 15. He leads the league in yak. That is a very important part of their passing game. He catches the 5 and takes it 17. Evans is your one-on-one matchup guy. End zone magnet. Neither one are there. Well, you know, we can run it down your throat. Okay. I'm just like, I hope y'all win. I hope Tampa wins, because if y'all don't, y'all know what we doing tomorrow. But Atlanta has to start silencing. We need to start silencing these motherfuckers, man. Motherfuckers should be able to open their mouth in a game like this, where two of their big contributors are out, and they're like, oh, Tampa got this. And Tampa lost in prime time. Well, you know, had it not been for that baseman that didn't get called. Well, let's see. Koo missed a field goal, and then Mooney missed a wide open shot. It should have never went to overtime. If we talking this, it should have never went to overtime. We should have won the regulation. And now your quarterback is averaging 2 picks a game. So again, it's a lot of hate being sent our way. We got to make a statement, because I'm honestly just tired of these motherfuckers. Every time we win, it puts a smile on my face, because they got to shut the hell up. They'll still talk while they're losing, while their teams are losing. A lot of Saints fans done clocked out for the year too. They got players coming back. They didn't already clocked out for the year. Let's go ahead, get Tampa Bay out the way, put a stranglehold on the division, and keep trucking. The only way Tampa stays in this game is our defense. And I will keep talking about this defense until they give me a reason not to. Third down, we're at the bottom. So if I'm the OC for Tampa, I'm gonna try and run the ball. I'm gonna try to run the ball, run off play action. There are 2 running backs the last couple of weeks, they've gotten off. Not so much last week, but I mean, look at the defense. They had 125 rushing yards. But you look at what they did to the Saints. They had 277 rushing yards. With us, they had 160. We just have to limit their running. Force Baker to throw. If you force Baker to throw, Baker gonna give us one at least minimum. He's given up two on average last two games. Let me get to some of these comments, man. What's going on, fam? What's happening? You can tell your boy tired, but I got a pre-cook. Vaughn, what's happening, man? What's going on? Maddie, what's happening? He says, "What's good, Marcus? Want to lend me a wide receiver?" New, man. Hey, listen, man. I was about to feed Hopkins back to the waiver wire, and then he got picked up. He got picked up by KC, and I'm like, yeah, that's my trump card. Vaughn says, "Mark, do you know Justin Simmons is out for the game versus Tampa?" All right, let's look. Check it out. So, let me do it this way. All right, they say he's doubtful. Yeah, they just have he's doubtful with the hamstring. He didn't practice Friday. He was limited Wednesday and Thursday. So I guess game time decision. Troy Anderson is out. He had limited practice Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and he's out. And he kicked his ass. So yeah, that's all they have. Bucky Irving is questionable for the Bucks. Toe injury. He didn't practice Wednesday and Thursday. He was limited on Friday. That's all of note that Tampa has, really. They got a couple guys questionable. They got a tight end questionable. Raheem Jarrett, wide receiver, he's questionable. Never heard of him. So yeah, we should be able to beat this team. What's happening, CW? What's going on, man? Country, what's happening? Maddie says, fuck playing zone. We need to play man coverage. Again, man, people say it isn't the players. Or it isn't the DC, it's the players. Dude, again, if Ulbrich was calling this defense, do you think this defense would be this bad? If you can't answer yes, it's the DC. And a lot of times, man, with first timers, they're timid. They don't want to go all out and balls to the wall. So they play not to lose. What happens? They end up losing. What's going on, John? Country keep put in Billy Beeman. Yeah. Country says we should have kept Ryan Nielsen. We had some good DCs in here. Got rid of them. And the thing that we have to start calling to the mat is this. We lose Ulbrich. He goes over to the Jets. Now he's the interim head coach. But their defense was never the problem. Their problem was the offense. And to a degree, it still is. But you look at the quality guys we have, we get them up out of here, man. And I get it, Raheem wants his guys. But Raheem he's gonna have to get called to the mat when these guys don't pan out. And right now, his guy isn't panning out on that side of the ball. And I'm gonna chalk last Sunday up to a bad game for Zach. Dude, this pistol kick. I mean, anyway, anyway, I don't want to have a damn stroke talking about this team's defense. But yeah, that's what happens, man, when you get first timers in there. You know, they're learning on the job. And I don't know why we have this type of roster, and then you put guys in there that are learning on the job, but these are growing pains. We have to deal with them as fans. Maddie says Tampa has KC and San Francisco after us. No reason why they don't go 0-3. Tampa's going to fight. I'm going to give them credit for that. They're going to fight. All these games, they might lose, but they're going to fight. I don't see him beating KC. I don't really see him beating San Francisco either. But however, Brandon Ayuk is out for the season. Deebo Samuel was hospitalized for pneumonia, and Christian McCaffrey is out. So anything can go with that team now. I don't see them beating San Francisco, but man, let me look at Deebo real quick, because I know Ayuk's out, and that sucks because they just gave that boy the bag. Okay, so he's set to play. So you know, Deebo should be fully healthy when they get time to play Tampa. We don't know what Christian McCaffrey's status is going to be. You know, let me see. All right, so they're saying he could return next week. Okay, well, they should lose those two games, but definitely against Kansas City. What's happening, Joe? What's going on, fam? Josh says, yes, Simmons is out. Boy, I'm going to mess up this name. Raichu, what's happening? What's going on? Greg says, what's up, homie? You got to play Helldivers 2 with me on the PS5. Man, I'll be playing one game when I get on there. Raichu says, the fact that we're 3-0 in the division, despite the fact we have 0 pass rush again, yeah. They have to fix that, though. They got to take care of that. Short Bus, what's happening? He says, wouldn't it be nice if we had Keith Brookings, Jesse Tuggle, or John Abraham? I'll take any one of those in their prime. Joe said should have kept Ryan Nielsen. Yeah. Country says, Mark, you think we're resealing the pack on Penix? Yeah, man, he played garbage time. That game was out of hand. They put him right back in the plastic. Last week's game, it was just a total fail on all levels, man. Offense didn't play good. Special teams was defense definitely didn't play good. So it's a game you got to throw away, man, and just keep chopping. Joseph, will Tyler actually play running back this game? Hopefully. 5 carries is not going to do anything for Tyler Algier. You can't even get a warm lather with 5 carries. And that's what he got last week. Bijan ate up all of the rushes. All of them. 21. Oh, says he wasn't doing shit before he got hurt. Hey, man. Yeah, well, Ayuk, but you got to ban. Ayuk missed, I think he missed a lot of training camp, if not all of it. But, you know, he secured the bag. So I'm always for that. You know, a player can secure the bag and get hurt, man. You bounce back, and you get back active. You know, you get healthy, come back next year. But I think next year they're going to have to shore up Brock Purdy. You're going to have to pay the kid. Carlo, what's happening? He says, bro, we have to have this tomorrow. I want to see an angry team, man. I want to see I want to see an angry team. You went to bed against Seattle. You're the better team. You wet the bed. Now, sure, that roughing the passer, whatever. But the team was just flat, man. They were flat. Weren't even on offense. Again, the defense has been doing this all year, so it's no shock. And the defense is going to give some shit up tomorrow. I'm telling you guys this. If we lose, it is going to be an utter fail on the defense. Now, have they held on certain series in games? Yes. It's usually not in the first quarter. They just give up a lot. And I'm gonna be honest, fam. I'm not used to this. We got to go back to when Dan Quinn was calling the defense. But you're not going to tell me who was on. I know Calais Campbell was on the line. Somebody else was on the line. You're not about to sit there and tell me that Calais Campbell is a better player than Grady Jarrett and Judon. We had no pass rush last year, and we're able to get to the quarterback. It's the scheme, and it's your DC. So again, I just don't see this getting better overnight. I don't see this getting better no time soon on defense, honestly. The offense just has to start firing. They just have to get hot. And I mean, they were hot for 3 games. And then they cooled all the way down with Seattle. So let's hope they get hot again and they can bail this defense out. Three dirty. What's happening? He says Marcus Washington. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So your boy is about to hop off here for a minute because there's a couple things I got to do before I'm even able to relax. But for the Tampa fans that have been talking reckless, I've been seeing y'all. I hope y'all win tomorrow because I'm going to be fully awake and alive after the game tomorrow. I haven't cracked open the pack yet. It's still sealed. Y'all lose, I'm cracking open the pack and I'm smoking 2 of them at the same time. But if we lose and this defense gives up the draws, Terry's got to make a move before the trade deadline. We got to get a pass rusher in here. He's got to make a move, and I'm not even sure if that's gonna be 100% fixable for this. We got 5 or 6 sacks. He's not ready. He's not ready to be a DC. But Terry, if we do lose, Terry's got to make a move. And Raheem's he's got to take over the defense. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those guys who's willing to sacrifice a season just so somebody can get their sea legs up under him. We did this. Remember, we did this last year with Ritter. Y'all remember? I came on here week after week after week saying this isn't the guy. Now, congrats on Desmond Ritter. Get signed to the Raiders. If I'm not mistaken, he might get a crack at it tomorrow. He might get a crack. Matter of fact, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up here. 'Cause I know they're Aiden. Gosh, I forgot his last name. He's out with a thumb injury, I believe. Uh, so I will be peeking in. I will be peeking in on the game. Let's see. All right, so they got Carter Bradley, Gardner Minshew, and then they have Desmond Ritter. He might see some action, man. 3 Dirty said, "Be careful talking about talking about Ritter. If you know, you know." Man, listen. All jokes aside, I hope he does get. I hope he does get a second crack at this thing. I hope he does. It wasn't his time to start when he was here, and it just kind of goes to show how this franchise gives players opportunities other teams don't. Because he got to Arizona as a backup, and then they cut him, and then they put him on the practice squad. And then when the Raiders came calling, they said, "You can have him." And this man was starting for us. So, good luck, Desmond. Good luck. Carlos says, "Say dirty." Ritter got the Falcons on a picture at the gun range. he got he got the logo. He got the logo, and he didn't hit everything but the center. Everything but the center. Matter of fact, the last time he shot it, he hit somebody else's target. Let me stop playing. Good luck, Desmond. Good luck. I'm rooting for you, kid. I'm rooting for you. But yeah, man. So I got this game. I think we put up about 31. I think it'll probably be 31. Nah, I got us at 34. I got us at 34. I say the final score is going to be something like 34-21. I think Tampa's going to try and jump on us early. I think their first possession, honestly, needs to be run heavy. But I think there's going to be a series or two where we take off and we get a 10-point lead or something like that, and that's going to force Baker Mayfield to throw the ball. I see Bates catching a pick. But I got it at 34-21. Okay, you can't count Tampa out, man. You know they're gonna fight. I'm gonna give Tampa all the credit in the world. The team is they're almost too stubborn for their own good, and because of that, they lost Chris Godwin. As a matter of fact, let me show you. Let me show you what Todd Bowles said about this. I can't agree with what he said. Hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You see Mike Evans go out, and the game. Baker should have even been in there, to be honest. If we're keeping it a stack, you should have just put your backups in. If we're keeping it a stack, yeah, and I like Godwin. Kid is a straight gamer. All right, let's hear what he said.
It's in the media.
We didn't have that many receivers left as it was, so we play what we got.
Isn't that even more, perhaps, important to preserve Chris for the Falcons and Mike's possibly not going to play?
Well, you can say that because he got hurt. We don't second guess. We got our guys. We're playing everybody we got. It's unfortunate he got hurt. We feel bad about that, but he's a football player and he wanted to be in the game just like Baker and everybody else wanted to be in the game.
Don't you have an obligation to protect your players from themselves?
I do protect my players all the time. That has nothing to do with why we left them in the ball game. We still had a shot to score some points and win the ball game. It happened. It happens in football.
Bro, the game was over. The game. Think about it. You had to score 21 points just to be in earshot. The game was fucking over. See, when the game was over with us, Raheem pulled his guys. That's how you protect your players. You can't sit there and say you're protecting your players and you got these guys out here and one of them gets hurt when he didn't have to. That's not protecting your players. And he acts like there's no other wide receivers on the roster. They had to play Godwin. There was nobody else they can play. This is bullshit.
Early indications on Mike.
It's got a hamstring right now. We'll see how bad.
The same one that nursing.
Yeah.
Are there any indications that it could be significantly more serious?
We'll see. I don't know yet. I got to get all the details.
Have you ever been part of a game like this where you've lost two position players that have meant so much to this team, to a team?
I mean, I'm sure I have. I just haven't really thought about it right now.
What turned the game around?
And listen, man, I like Todd Bowles. I like him. However, Todd Bowles shows little to no emotion at all. Press conference. In the game, he gives the same face. It's the same, whether they're winning or losing. It is the same, like he's not even there. And for him to sit here and say this about the players he was protecting, man, let me get him off the screen. Just because I like Todd Bowles, I'm gonna go ahead and get him off the screen because I don't want to get busy here. But yeah, my guy, you were not protecting your players, and because of that, you lost one. You lost two. Well, I'd say you lost one. The Evans, Evans has been dealing with that hammy for a while, so that was bound to happen. And I don't think they lost him for the season either. So there's that. That's a football play. But when the game is over, when it's over, pull you guys. Pull you guys. That's how we got to see Michael Penix. The game was over. Do not risk your guys. Now you coming into this game, 2 wide receivers light. You're going into next week, 2 wide receivers light. You're going into the next week, 2 wide receivers light. Because they wanted to play. I'm telling, man, I like Todd. Boy, if I'm a GM, we having a conversation. I know fantasy managers were pissed. If you had Godwin, I know y'all were raising hell about that. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. I want Atlanta to come out honestly and realistically. We need to come out and just jump on this team from jump. Don't give them a chance to even breathe. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen because our defense is just in no position right now to stop anybody. Maddie says, I was furious he kept him in. I'm fucked in fantasy. Todd Bowles don't be thinking about fantasy, man. They wanted to play. They wanted to play. We still had an opportunity to put points on the game. Potentially win the game. I don't know where he said. I don't know where the hell he got potentially win the game from. Carlos says Todd Bowles gonna scheme a game plan from hell for his defense. Hey, last time he did that, Kirk put up 500 on him. Bowles is going blitz. Now, I will give Todd Bowles credit. That Saints game, that second half, that was a thing of beauty. That's how you're supposed to have a rookie. You let that rookie get off in a second, and then he said, you know what? Fuck this. Man, Spencer Rattler didn't know where the blitz was coming. And then they were up 10 playing Baltimore, but at this point, teams are used to spotting the Bucs points. But I listen, man. I expect them to come out and fight like hell. I wouldn't have it any other way. This ain't the Saints. Saints will probably lay down next Sunday too. They'll probably lay down tomorrow too. But y'all remember, fam. Let me pull up something real quick. Let me pull this up. Now, I'm going to pull this up and then I'm going to get off here. Y'all remember a couple of weeks ago, when the Saints got their head beat in, I said the Saints laying down. They don't want their coach there. That team looks like a team that is playing to get their coach fired. I said this weeks ago, bro. Your boy Richard Sherman called these boys out on national TV. On national TV, bro. And this is what he said.
I love a fired up Sherman, by the way. We've got ambulances.
Now, Richard Sherman has every reason to talk when it comes to defense. He was part of one of the best defenses in recent years. The team been laying down. Now, do I think it's a smart strategy? Maybe. I don't think Dennis Allen is getting fired this year. I could be wrong, though. But that team has been playing like they quit. I don't see that in Tampa Bay. And I don't think I will see that in Tampa Bay this year. Even if Tampa Bay goes on a 3 or 4 game losing streak, I think they will still come out and play to win. That's why I'm not taking them lightly. Even though I got my final score, what it is, it's just for the simple fact I find it hard pressed to believe that offense is going to look the same without Mike Evans, who can take off the top, without Chris Godwin, who can get yak. Leads the league in yards after the catch. I don't see where are you going to come up with that? You don't have any players on your roster that are built like those two. And we beat y'all with those two. So I can't see where you're going to manufacture this offense. Especially when Baker Mayfield is throwing picks across the yard. He did that with Evans and Godwin the last 2 weeks. So we'll see, fam. Your boy's going to get off of here. We will reconvene tomorrow. Shout out to everybody that's in the comments. Shout out to anybody who listens to this before tomorrow. Hopefully we're having a good old smoke session. around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Hopefully, we're having a smoke session. We either having a smoke session or we having a smoke session. Either way, we're gonna have a smoke session. So with that being said, man, the boy is out. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.